Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session Art and Craft with Akanksha. Before starting today's session, I would love to read out a few lines from a poem which I love. The poem is A Boat Beneath the Sunny Sky, which was written by Lewis Carroll, and it's from Alice in Wonderland. This poem is a reason that inspires me to create art because when I read these lines and I close my eyes, I can do anything that I want. When I close my eyes, I can be on maybe the clouds floating in the air or maybe a ship in the sky. I can also be running around and walking on water. So, imagination has no boundaries, and imagination is what helps you create a piece of art. So, let your imagination wander and have. So, here it goes A Boat Beneath the Sunny Sky by Lewis Carroll. In a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die, ever drifting down the stream, lingering in the golden gleam. Life, what is it but a dream? I hope this inspired you, and I feel when you close your eyes, you can go anywhere that you want to. Also, note that it's always worthwhile to recycle anything that's around you. Recycling not only helps in conserving natural resources, but it also reduces the amount of waste. So, it's always beneficial to recycle. So, use objects which are around you, which you think, the boxes that you don't need, ask your parents or the adults at home, and then you can use those boxes to recreate. The materials that you will be needing today will be a pair of scissors, tape. If you do not have glue, then tape always works because even I don't have glue right now. So I'm going to use tape box, which is like pretty large in size. Then there is another box which is a little smaller, and the smallest ones, which are actually empty matchbox. So let's see what we can do out of these. You might also need newspaper, colored papers, a blank sheet of paper where you can create a pencil, eraser, sharpener, colors, whichever kind of colors you have, like be it brush pens, be it crayons, or paints. It totally depends on what is available to you. And so the first art piece I'm going to create out of this box. As you can see, it's torn, tattered, and it has a little pattern over here. But if I want to keep this pattern, I think I will keep it later. But else, I really don't have color papers right now. So what I'm going to do is, I have a lot of newspapers at home. I'm going to cover this box with the newspaper, and let's see how this works out. So now my box is ready from all the sides. And one thing you can do is, if you have crayons, you can color over this or use colored paper. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start painting the inside of the box and start creating a lot of things in layers. I'm going to use the technique of foreground, middle ground and background to place my objects that I'm going to create out of this paper. So for this, I'll be needing a pencil, some colors, whichever that you have available at home, and a pair of scissors. So let's start creating. Basically, I'm going to create a seascape, a torrid seascape with dark skies and really huge waves. I'm going to use a pencil and a paper to create a wave, and the wave is prepared. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep it in this wave in 3 different shades, but I'm going to show you how to shape this. So for that, I'm going to use a brush pen to create an outline. So the first part that I'm going to keep it white. You know, when the waves rush at each other, so they have whitish edges, that makes it look beautiful and make it separate from the other waves. So the upper portion, we leave it white, and then I'm going to use a brush pen to create a line and put a lighter blue in it, and the last part will be the darkest. So let's have a look how I do it. So all my waves are ready, and now is the good time to start fixing them up. So I have painted my sky, and now I'm going to fix the last layer of the wave first. Among these waves will be a boat that will be sailing. So this is what I imagined and took a reference from. So I'm going to create a boat. So I am going to attach this boat. This will be my next step to attach the boat. I'm going to attach this layer and this layer together. You see, I'm trying to create a background. This will be the middle ground, and then there'll be a foreground. I took another box which I showed you before in the video. I'm going to cut the box into half. Now I'm going to do this to create a visual effect where I want to show layering. So I'm going to place this box with the help of the tape over here, and I'm going to simply put my ship on that. So now you can see there is another layer created. So there is one background, there is a middle ground, and then I will create the foreground. So my foreground, and then I'm going to add another wave in this corner. So now you can see my whole pieces coming together, and yeah, I just have to fix this last piece over here, and I think I'll be good to go. So again, I'm going to fold this portion so that I can put it and fix it outside, and with tape I can do this. So yeah, I'm going to work that. There's a thunder going on. You can also use this as a storyboard. You can also tell a story about this. You can create your own pieces with maybe stars and thunder and people falling down, upside down world, topsy-turvy lands. It can come out so beautifully. I would love to see your pieces go on sea, so I'm so excited to see them. Now I'm going to use this box to create an animal on this, and then you can even use this as a puppet. So I'm going to recycle these old matchstick boxes, a paper and a matchbox. You can also use erasers if you want, and colors to color it out. So the first step will be measuring the outline of this box over here. I've cut out a shape exactly the size of this matchbox. I'm going to draw on this shape. Maybe I can draw an animal which I like. I love lions, so I'm going to draw a lion on this. You can use these to create puppets, and you can have a lot of animals created. Then you can maybe arrange them and have a story about it, or maybe a little show that's going on, keeping the animals. Or you can also make a lot of these animals, place them together on a larger piece, and have a lot of animals in there. Make your own jungle, or anything that you wish to make, spaceships, aliens, astronauts, flowers, anything that you like.